All right, today's a front porch conversation. I respond to most of the comments that come in on this channel, and I got two or three that I'm going to combine, mix together a little bit so you really doesn't come from one individual. But it went something like this. Hey Joe, you retired at 54, and they estimated how much money I had and estimated what money I was making, what I could additionally put inside of a 401k program and save all that. Basically came to the conclusion that, hey, I retired at 54. If I would have retired at 65, 11 years later, I would have $2 more million in my net worth. Hey, great. Okay, let's just assume these individuals were right. Okay, $2 more million. The question for you, the audience, and I'd love to hear it in the comments. Please give this in the comments. Let's get this going. Is which door do you want to pick? Let's call it door one. Is you retire at 54 and you stay on your current spending. You stay in 3-star hotels. You go out to eat a couple times, but you go to 3- and 4-star restaurants. You don't fly first class. You do some traveling, but you do it kind of like you have your entire life. You don't just say, hey, I need to stay in a 5-star hotel and I need to, go on a, cruise of the Mediterranean twice a year for 3 weeks and stay in the nicest cabin. Just to say you want to continue on your lifestyle, you can do that. That's door number one. And you're retiring at 54. Or let's go behind door number two. Door number two is you work another 11 years. I'm biased. You work 11 more years. And when you retire at 65, you actually start flying first class. You take a little bit longer vacations and higher class, higher accommodations, just really up your spending from your current state. You up it a notch. You buy new cars. You have an extra sports car. You have an extra camper. You decide to have 2 houses. You have one in the Midwest and you have one in Florida. So you up your lifestyle at the age of 65. So that's door number 2. And you may have another, let's say, $1 million to pass on to your heirs. So, but to answer that question, you may already have the answer, but look at the duration of that spending. Let's say about 75, that tapers off. And you can argue with 75, but I think if you're traveling and you're, living it up, chances are you're going to really start getting past those go-go years of retirement by 75. For a lot of you, it may be 70. A lot of us, it may be 70. You never know health-wise for yourself, health-wise if you have a spouse. Do you have to take care of an elderly parent? There's all kinds of stuff that could upset your plans. But let's just say 75. So your duration of your retirement, those go-go years in option 1 is 21 years, 54 to 75. The length of your go-go years in option 2 is 10 years. So which one's the right call? To me, if you listen to this channel, I tell you, I pass on my experience. What works for me is my time is my most valuable asset. And trading that for money doesn't make any sense once you get above a certain threshold. So having 2x the amount of go-go time, or I get to manage my schedule, 2x is worth much more than what I could have returned by working another 11 years. Not even taking into account the impact on your health. And your health in those 11 more years of working is a big deal. It's a very big deal. Just if you don't have environmental issues, just the stress of meetings, getting up every morning, deadlines, having a boss, giving presentations, whatever you're doing in your workplace, I promise you, stress is impacting the length of your life and the length of your go-go years. So anyway, that's my front porch talk for today. It's Joe out.